Hi, everybody. How is it going? It's Wednesday. Many of you have been active on my page this morning. Excuse me. I got to get moving and wake up over here. Many of you have been active on my page this morning because of the question that I posed. And that was how has this brain tumor diagnosis changed you? And I always get really curious about this because I really think it's hard to say that you're just perfectly fine and that nothing has ever changed. I just don't think that that's the case for so many. And so I really wanted to first off thank everybody who started answering the question this morning and really started just sharing openly and rawly about kind of where you're at with this diagnosis. You know, it really is a lifelong thing. For those of you who are on this journey or even new to the journey, you're quickly realizing that it doesn't exactly go away. It is something you have to manage for a long time. And so a lot of the feelings that you have all shared was that you now have some confidence issues, much more anxiety and fear than you had ever before. Obviously, a lot of worry of how do I manage this? What should I expect? Is this going to be troublesome down the line for me? Many of you have deficits with this condition. You have issues with balance or speech or dizziness. You might have nausea. You might smell weird things. You might have hearing issues, vision issues. So there's also a lot of that happens. And just overall, for many of you, a sense of disappointment kind of in the medical system, and of course having the proper access to the proper care that you might need. So all of those feelings are very valid, and I just wanted to jump in and thank you all for sharing. I think it sucks. I think I would not wish this on anybody, and I really just hope that for anyone struggling that you can come to terms with and find peace in that which is going good for you. And some of the good things that many of you shared was that you have a new sense of compassion for other people, which I can agree. I definitely have that as well. That you're able to kind of appreciate your time and your moments in a new way. You really do learn how precious life is when you get a condition like this and you realize like, okay, wow, I mean, this really could be a deal breaker. You know, having something wrong in your brain is not necessarily news anybody wants to get. Not exactly the club any of us want to be in. But you become more understanding, more compassionate. In general, a lot of us become more assertive in taking care of ourselves and being good advocates for ourselves, and or at the very least seeking out resources and education to help us on this journey, because it is one that we struggle with, trying to find our way and to get the proper information. And also a lot of us learn to prioritize ourselves, to finally stop putting everyone else first and always, putting ourselves last, and then finally actually take care of ourselves and focus, whether that's on diet and exercise or just making, quiet time for ourselves. One of the biggest complaints about how this diagnosis changes us is often fatigue. Many of us know that there's just something about having this condition that when we tucker out, when we're tired, it's on like a whole new level, and our energy needs to be managed differently. And so all the time that maybe we spent into cleaning our homes or getting dressed up for the day or, staying out late at night or staying up late at night just to watch TV or something, all of that kind of shifts, and you start really balancing your time in a different way because our mind just tuckers out in a new fashion, and so therefore minutes really do matter. So anyhow, I just wanted to hop on and say thank you all for participating in the Meningioma Companion page, the Brain Tumor Companion page. We are all really a support group for each other, to vent, to laugh, to cry, to celebrate the wins. I know we often say that we're warriors. I don't personally feel like a warrior on this journey. I feel like just a friend who needs support and compassion. And it's really hard to be a warrior all the time when you're constantly in the thought process of survivor mode or, what does my future look like? And so, staying strong, we don't have an option. We have no choice but to stay strong, right? Because we've been gifted something that requires us to have to do that. So I wouldn't have chose to have to be this much of a warrior if I didn't have to, but here we are, right? So I really do like to refer to it as companionship and survivorship, because I really do feel that that's personally on my own level what I needed. And I really, can't pick up the strength half the time to be a warrior, if you will, as much as I'm just always focused on being a companion and being a healthy and able survivor of this condition. So I wish you all a fantastic day. I really don't know if anyone's left a comment or not. I feel like there's one on here. I am so terrible at using this, but I did want to send a shout out to everybody and wish you all well and say thank you for sharing with each other all of your stories on how this diagnosis has changed you. Again, not the club we all want to be in, but so glad that we have each other to lend that much needed support. So have a great day, everybody, and take care. And once again, thank you for sharing. I'm so grateful to have you here. Bye-bye.